Would you want to know how to create an irresistible offer? This is something that you hear from the internet all the time. How to create an offer, what is an offer, what should be containing in the offer. I have an idea. How about instead of me telling you what is the offer, how to create it, all 9 yards, I'm going to walk you through the process that I walk my clients and teach them and help them and empower them how to create irresistible offers. So, how about that? How about that? Uh, as always, as you joining me live, what is really on every platform is really to engage, because especially on LinkedIn, why it is important, especially on LinkedIn, because this is where you build your network. So, and also, I want this training to be really beneficial for you. So, and I need your participation. So, my first question for you, say hello and let me know where you're watching me from. I am live streaming from Seattle, Washington. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning right now where I'm at. So let me know where you watching me from. So let me know where you watching me from. And throughout my live stream, throughout this mini training, whatever resonates with you, please let me know. Please let me know in the chat. Please let me know in the comments. And also, like, when you are commenting, this is a form of social selling. This is a form of how you connect with other people. I see a comment on Instagram from India. Hello from India. Welcome to my live stream. But let's talk about how I help entrepreneurs and how I really the process of how to create irresistible offer. How to create irresistible offer. The first thing that is important to understand, what is the offer? What is the offer? So, and before you put together an offer, it's really important to know, um, important to know what problem you're solving. So we're starting with the problem. What problem you are solving? So what problem you are solving? Because this is where your messaging starts forming, and this is where your offer starts forming, because if you don't know the problem, it's really easy to get distracted and start solving many problems that may not be even profitable to solve. So why it is important to know your problem? Because what I teach my clients and what I teach my students, um, at any given time, your audience, they're either problem unaware, or they're problem aware, or they're solution aware, and they're more so in the consideration phase. If you don't have the focus on the problem, how you help people, then it's really hard to create an offer. And listen, especially if you are in your business and you're trying to make your goal right now is to make anything from five to $10,000 a month with your business, you should have one front center offer that you're selling. If you were like if you like, I want $10,000 per month, and you are on the way, or you're right there, front and center offer is required. Because when you go above to in order to go above, and in order to go to offer suite, you have to have a clear, like, um you have to have your nucleus. You have to have your core offer. This is essential, and this is why it is one problem, and this is why it is your solution. This is why you focus on one audience. When you are really that specific on what you're solving, right? When you're really that specific on what you're solving, then everybody will hear you because your messaging is clear. So with my clients, when we start working, we're really we are defining ideal qualifying, customer profile who will benefit from your offer, and more importantly, what problem you are solving. Because listen, I in one of my last videos, we talked about that the who your customer persona is the most difficult portion of your offer to decide on. It's the most difficult portion of your offer to decide on, and, the who persona, the buyer persona, the ideal buyer persona, it will evolve over time because the first before you have any clients, it's you in the past. When you have the clients, you track you keep track who is your ideal client who got the best results from your offer, and you are operating based on that data. So, that is really important. The first thing is really understanding who you're serving and the problem you are solving. Because with that problem, with that one problem that you're focusing on, uh, it's impossible to make your business profitable. It's gonna I mean, possible, but it's gonna be really, really hard because you're hitting different audiences with different problems, and more importantly, it's gonna be really hard for your business to streamline your business process, how you help people. This is why I say focus. Focus on one offer, on one problem. Uh, but it doesn't mean that when people are reaching out to you and say, "Hey, I don't have that problem quite yet, but I also have this problem. Can you help me with this problem?" And you might be multifaceted, and you might say, "You know what? Yes, I can help you." Because listen, this is how I start my business coaching. My first offer was career coaching, right? But I did not open my mouth and say, "Hey, I would like to help entrepreneurs to do what I do, to build a business." I did not go public, I did not speak about it, I did not advertise it, but rather, when people reach out to me and say, "Hey, I wanna start my business," and in fact, when more people reach out to me and say, "I wanna start my business, I wanna start my business, I wanna start my business," like, okay, this is elevation for my career coaching platform, right? This is how we start a business, and this is how we work with entrepreneurs. So, but it's one offer, one center offer. So when you have your offer, when you have irresistible offer, meaning you are solving the problem that hurts people that much that they're willing to invest in your services or in any other services, in any other professional who will solve that problem. So it's really important. Not every problem is worth solving. So when you problem, like, okay, this is what people are looking for, this is what people are trying to solve, then, it's really important to really have a well-established OTP triangle. So what is OTP triangle? If you follow me for a while, I have a question for you. Let me know in the chat. What is OTP triangle? OTP. So, um I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you the definition. OTP triangle is offer, traffic, and positioning. So, it's another part of my program, how I work with entrepreneurs. It's another, part of my program, how I work with entrepreneurs. Formulating when you have irresistible offer, meaning you're solving the problem that needs to be solved, you're solving the problem that people wanna pay and ready and willing to pay to solve that problem. Now you have the offer, you need to create OTP triangle. Offer, your first offer that you get the data that people wanted, traffic, positioning. So, the second pillar that I teach my clients how to do when they create an offer, you have to test that offer. And in order to test that offer, you have to create traffic. How to create traffic? Listen, I'm a little biased, okay? Like, I'm a little biased. I create traffic on LinkedIn and YouTube. This is my powerhouse. LinkedIn and YouTube, LinkedIn connection, conversations, and really, creating community, and YouTube is my long form video content. Like, this is my powerhouse. Can you create powerhouse on Instagram, YouTube, powerhouse? You absolutely can. If you get like, but more importantly, so what is traffic? Traffic is when you pull people in to your network, into your ethos that like that resonate with your offer, that resonate with what you're selling, right? So like you and it's really important to do it both ways. So it's inbound and outbound, inbound and outbound. Inbound is when you create content, and when your content is so optimized and so dialed in that your people will resonate with you, they will follow you, they will start engaging with you. So this is out like this is inbound, right? And then you're prospecting them, you start conversations with them, like you get into their DMs. And when I say get into their DMs, it's not about like, hey, like I'm selling my services. It's not about like, hey, like, do you need help with, I don't know, your irresistible offer? Do you want to create more videos? Do you want to know, like, this is established, relationship. This is really important, establishing relationship, because when people are interacting with you in the DMs, they will see your content. And this is true for Instagram, this is true for LinkedIn, this is true for every single social media platform. And this is and when you have those conversations, you also continue to do your market research. Do people really want what you offer? Like, do they have that problem? Maybe, like, also, it's really important to keep in mind the level of awareness and how you uncover that, because yes, offer people what they want and sell them what they need, but your front and center offers, like you should have conversations. You should have conversations. And by the way, if you're creating a high ticket offer and you're building your business, and you are on your way to your first um, let's say 10 20K, okay? Like, I understand some of y'all, like I had many conversations with you yesterday. Some of you like, hey, like I want to be at 5K, 5 to 10K a month in my business, and it's absolutely doable. I've done it within first like 4 months in my business. So it is achievable, it is doable, but this is not the limit, y'all. Like, aim higher. So if you are on your way to 5 to 10K per month in your business, you should aim higher. Like, I spoke with a lady yesterday, and she's like, really, what I want in my business is 20K a month in my business. Like, now we're talking. Like, now we're talking, because like this is like this is where it's at. This is like 10K is 10K, you just pay your bills. Okay. 10K, you just paid your bills. But when you are at 20K, now you can invest. Now you can invest in your business and yourself and your family. You can afford a little bit of joy, more joy in your life and in your business. So so if you are there, and you are a service-based entrepreneur, and you want to sell offers, high ticket offers, and high ticket offers in my book is anything from $2,500 to $12,000 and above, I invite you to work with me. And if you think, okay, Eugene, how do I work with you? So the link for the application to book a call with me is in the comments in my on LinkedIn, on YouTube, as for sure in my bio. So like the link is all over the place, or you can send me a DM and say, hey, how do I work with you? I will send all necessary information how you work with me. And so let's get back to irresistible offer. So in my program, right, we start with creating an offer. We start creating OTP triangle, and then we do content seasons. That's another important component. When we created that flow, right, that OTP flow, offer traffic positioning. Now we are thinking about, how do we create content seasons? How do we nurture and actually sell our offer through organic social media marketing, like on LinkedIn, on YouTube. uh Listen, if you use Instagram, no judgment here. If Instagram works for you, it works for you. But if it doesn't, I have an invitation for you to try LinkedIn, because this is what works for me. This is what works for my clients. I'm not married to LinkedIn, okay? I'm not married to the platform, but I'm married to the results. I'm married to the results, and it's rela- and it's and it's and I think like the data results are really really important to like go after. So content seasons. One is content seasons. Content seasons is when you are seeding, when you are propping, and you checking in with your audience, and then you are selling. So like this is like these are effective content seasons. So again, like you don't have to do complicated launches, right? You don't have to do webinars, you don't have to do like crazy presentations or anything like that, but you have to create your community. And the best way to create your community is through like really doing those like mini trainings, live streams, audio rooms, and where you talk to people. Because sales happens through conversations. So right now we're having a conversation. Right now I'm talking to you, and hopefully you're talking to me too, in the comments, in the chat. This is a conversation in an audio room that is very similar to Clubhouse. It is also we're having a conversation, and in fact people can come on stage and have a conversations. This is where your conversions happen. So this is another technique that I teach inside of my program, how to create that content seasons, because business is seasonal, y'all. Business is seasonal, y'all. You constantly have new people in your ethos, in your sphere. Somebody refer as a sphere of influence, and you have to drive them from unaware state. They're not aware of you. They're not aware of the problem. They're not aware of what you're selling. They're not aware that they have that problem. Through the most aware, when they know that you can solve their problem, and when they're on the consideration phase, in that most aware state, they choose you. Like this is why content seasons instead of content pillars are so essential. So and the final cornerstone rather, what I'm teaching inside of my program is high ticket sales. I'm utilizing the challenger sale model, and is irresistible, absolutely phenomenal framework for high ticket sales. And it's when you sell in non-pushy, non-salesy way, but you also educating your customer. Because listen, this is not about what you sell, this is about how you sell it, what experience people have with you when you're selling your offer. Are they having good experience? This is essential. So for this framework, right, like creating the offer, creating that flow with OTP triangle, and implementing really easy content seasons. Listen, my client Donovan, right, like at this point, like he implemented OTP triangle, and he did his launch once, but right now he doesn't even have to do launches as often. Let me preface that with that, as often, because right now he can create one video and get four clients and get conversations started, right? And like this, but it doesn't mean that like the content season stop. It just means that okay, now the better flow I have, like the more flexibility I have in my content seasons. So like this is what I teach. So and I teach so the whole framework really will take you about what, like maybe a couple of months. If you go through the curriculum, I have documented curriculum. So like I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of coaching program with a bunch of videos that I don't have time to watch. So this is why I have limited amount of lessons, and I document only what is important. Only what is important. If I have the data that those activities, that those systems and strategies brought people money, people made sales, people succeeded in their business, this is in the curriculum. If I don't have that data, there are no nice to have lessons. There's none. There's none. I only put lessons in the curriculum if I have requests from my clients to make a lesson. If there's a significant change in the market or in the social media or in the social selling aspect, I'm also documenting it. And what works for other clients, no fluff whatsoever. Like, listen, if you have a grab my free tutorial, a free lesson on the messaging, it's in my bio, by the way. uh and you see, like, it's 11-minute training, no fluff. This is what you're gonna get in coaching program with me and working with me. It's a group coaching program plus 101 with me once a month. But like, this is really no fluff coaching, like sales, offer, positioning, an easy way to implement your business. So this is the three components that comes in my coaching program. Because your business should be simple. Your business should and can be simple. Listen, I'm gonna open the floor for questions and answers for Q&A, so drop your questions here. I do have a few questions from my conversations in the DMs, and I'm gonna cover them. So, and by the way, if you want to book a call with me, if you want to start a conversation with me, you can send me a DM message. So let's continue the conversation, or you can book a call with me, and the link is in the comments on LinkedIn and in my bio everywhere else. So, and on YouTube, the same, pin comment like down below, like this is where you can book a call with me. So, questions. So one question that I'm getting from people: do I have to have an email list? Do I have to have an email list to sell my offer? Listen, you don't have to have email lists to make sales. With that being said, you should build your email list constantly, because email list is your asset, is your lifelong asset. But you have to keep in mind, where is your focus at? If your focus at, okay, I trust, like, I need more cash flow in my business, you focus on the cash flow. And this is where content seasons come in, because you can build your email list during seeding and during probing, when you're checking in with your audience and you offering them something in return, or offering them to subscribe to your newsletter, or check out your webinar, or check out your free resource, right? Like in seeding and probing. In selling, when you sell people into, when you actively sell, you make active invitations, you should have conversations with people. But again, like, it doesn't mean that you drop on the floor your email list, and doesn't mean that you drop on the floor your sales. It's just like it happens simultaneously, and there are different seasons for those activities. Email list, it's something that should always, like, you should always grow. But let me tell you something. I don't want you to, like, if you don't have an offer right now, email list is not your priority. Like, shiny landing page is not your priority. Your priority is to make sales, actually get clients. This is your number one priority. Get success. And as you're getting success, then you start building your email list. Because listen, those, like, that software for building email lists, at some point, like, it becomes pricey, right? And to support those systems. And I understand, you Mailchimp, ConvertKit, and other stuff. You can use certain services for free. You don't have to pay anything. If you have a small email list, 100%, 100%. So, but this is like, making sales first. It is important. So, would you suggest doing a LinkedIn newsletter? Yes, I would suggest that. Again, newsletter is really good for summarizing. Uh, what you're doing, bring more attention. And also, what I like about LinkedIn newsletter is that you borrowing email addresses, you are leveraging LinkedIn. So, for example, your email list is small, it's tiny, but you have a lot of subscribers to your newsletter on LinkedIn. So, once in a while, you can create email list, and this is how you can grow your email list too. So you can say, hey, like, I have free training, I have email newsletter, whatever it is, right? And offer your advertise, build your email list based on the newsletter, right? But this is additional activity, right? I do have an email, well, I do have an email list, I do have a newsletter, but this, like, again, this is like, this is again, listen to your data. If you create email list, or not email list, LinkedIn newsletter, and this is your primary source of leads, this is how you make sales, then this is your money making activity. Like, listen to your data too. But if your LinkedIn newsletter is rather bringing the awareness, but you don't have any sales from that yet, or leads, yeah, because this is why I'm asking people, how did you find me? Like, what is that source? And if that source is not LinkedIn newsletter, then I I will have it, but this is not going to be my primary focus. And word, I hope that makes sense. And if you have more questions about newsletter or LinkedIn, let me know. So, but you're like, I really want to drive the point home. You need to make sales, you need to have money in your business, you need to have, like, you need to pull cash flow in your business. This is essential, this is your non-negotiable, this is your non-negotiable, and this is really, really important to understand. Yes, building email lists is important, LinkedIn newsletter is good, but create that OTP triangle: offer, traffic, and positioning. After you create it, and your OTP triangle is really solid, you have your content seasons, you have your sales, start building email list. It's a slow process, it's a slow cooker, but at some point, listen, at some point, you will be able to leverage your email list as well. And in fact, I think you should always email your email list, right? Like, if you have two people on your email list, you have two people on your email list, so nurture them. So, like, make it like a regular activity, like maybe once, I don't know, once a week would be good. So I need to be better about my email list, and about my email. But, like, I try to send at least one email per week to my list, no matter if I'm actively selling, or if I'm nurturing, or if I'm seeding. So that is really, really important. All right. So, any other questions? Wonderful question, by the way. Thank you so much. This is important. Listen, I'm looking forward to talking to you. You can send me a DM. Let's start a conversation, because even if you like, oh, I'm not sure if if I'm ready yet to work with you, I want to say, I want to hear from you, right? Because I want to hear from you what resonates with you, and what you want to hear from me, right? So also, sometimes people, I hear also like this, not objection, but rather a question. Sometimes people say, "Hey, I'm already working with a mentor. I like what you say. You're different. What you say is different. I want to implement your strategies, but I'm already in the coaching plan or program. What do I do?" Like, well, listen. When I started my business, I had two coaches. I had one coach, and then shortly after, I hired another coach because I needed help with my messaging, and that helped. So, like, that's okay to have more than one coach. Also, if you think, okay, like, what is the like, I would like to have a smaller container. I have VIP days as well, and And VIP days is something shorter, something that you can route right now and implement right now and work on a very specific problem. And it's one on one, and it's an amazing option. Like if you're on the fence, if you're not sure yet, but you have an acute problem to solve right now, so that's another option. So anyway, I'm looking forward to chatting with you in the DMs, and come to my live stream on Thursday. Come to my live stream on Thursday. On Thursday, we're gonna talk about why the myth why your business is not growing, and we're gonna uncover that. And on Thursday, we're gonna see how we can make it better for your business. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming to my live stream, to this mini training. It means a lot to me. Thank you, Eduardo, for your questions. Of course, de nada, de nada. Thank you.